Okay, so we have the final part of this event. So we're gonna go do that because normally I wait too long and I wind up missing out on the event. So we're going to go finish it. So I think the final part is where you go to Qiaoying village to visit Hu Chao. So let's yeah, let's do that. Let's go do that. Alright. So let's go visit her. Let's see. Oh, I know. It's far over there. Yeah, let's go do that. Oh, the sound broke for a minute. What was that about? Oh yeah, I can see her walking from a distance.
Refreshing! It makes Paimon feel like she can float around all day and never get tired! Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit!
Oh my god.
Huh? Did you hear that? Sunshine! Blue skies! Good vibes! Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
You and Paimon make your way up the mountain and search out the source of the shouting. As far as you can make out, it's almonds this, and cola paste that. Sounds delicious, that's for sure, yeah. Cocoa. The lively voice invigorates your steps, and you ascend the mountain in no time. Oh.
What are we doing here?
Indeed. What are Fontanian characters doing here?
No, yeah, come on!
Hello?
Well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
Oh my god.
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite, Clarence.
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
Oh dear.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Keep hearing that word everywhere lately.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait, that wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And fuel fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Perhaps. But the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed.
Supposedly this is a real thing that people actually do. Supposedly when you feel really stressed out or frustrated, you're supposed to scream for like a minute straight at the top of your lungs to let out your frustration. And supposedly you're supposed to feel better afterwards. That works for some people, but not everyone.
That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions.
I see, so it's not just what you were shouting that matters, but the act of shouting itself.
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Speak for yourself.
I have the worst hangnail and I shouldn't have pulled it. Hold on. Really hope I don't make my finger bleed now because I was trying to pull it. Trying to see if I can get my tweezers to grab it. But wait. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have pulled it. Trying to see if I can use my tweezers to grab the skin and pull it upwards. God. Yeah, it's okay. Well, shit. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it's bleeding just a little bit. It'll be fine. Okay.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
I mean, usually when I'm stressed out, I try to listen to music or watch videos that I like or that are funny. I just try to lay down and relax, or I play a game or something. Usually that's what I do.
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever.
I don't know if I want to do that.
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
And I prefer to keep things bottled up. True.
Oh, I bet you guys are just too embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Furina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Oh?
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Furina's also here? In Zhongli Village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" So we hurried up here to check it out. And what do you know? Miss Furina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
That reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
So, you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Furina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
Was she alone?
I think so. We ran into Neuvillette on the way here as well, but
Oh my God!
he was already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
Why is everybody here?
Neuvillette was here too?
Why are you people from Fontaine doing it?
What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's a very busy man.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article. You know, just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
Oh my God.
You Fontainians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and
Oh,
now I have to buy him something.
seems like a fitting gift. You made a bet?
It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing. But he couldn't care less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you pluck from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
I can't picture Risley accepting that. I just kidding.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business.
That Ice Lord would not accept that shit.
In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Neuvillette even mentioned it earlier.
Sungalow tea. Buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
No. I suppose you don't. You just look like the Hydro Archon crossed with an Oceanid to me, and I can't unsee it. But, go on.
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Not really.
Oh, that's right, you tell! A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Xiaoyang Village, so we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Oh dear, we've been chatting for quite some time. I'm sorry for keeping you.
No harm done, partner.
That's good.
We should probably head out and look for hotel.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Xiaoyang Village later.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later!
Be heading down the mountain as I go.
What do I have to do to get you to yell from the top of this mountain? Name your price.
You really want to hear it that bad, huh?
I'm just curious is all. I have a feeling you'll say something amazing.
I will pass. I prefer to let actions speak louder than words.
True. Whoa! Go to the village beneath the mountain. Yeah, okay. Just roll, why don't you? Okay, I see the spot. There's a world quest that's like right there that I haven't accepted, and it's the one for the tea thing. Oh yeah. Is that Zhongli? It is. What the hell are you doing?
Xiaoyang Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day.
Afternoon tea might be more appropriate at this point.
Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some tasty snacks. Now, let's see what kind of yummy things we can find around here. Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Furina standing between Zhongli and Hotel?
Judging based on the hat, I'd say so. Whoa. But she's the Hydro Archon. Has Zhongli met her before? I want to say no, right?
Wonder what they're talking about.
The dog.
Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Furina about Xiaoyang Village. Oh, or maybe Hotel is trying to rope Furina into being one of her clients.
Do you want to make a bet with me, dear sweet Paimon?
Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide, but Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say, loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls of seafood kanji. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli.
Then I vote for Hustler Hotel.
Alright, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right.
What the hell are you doing? He's like, jump in the water, Furina. Get in the water. Get in the Hello, friends.
Oh, great. Now Paimon's shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Are you saying that meeting with me is a good thing? You flatter me.
Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the traveler in Paimon then?
I have keenly felt the passage of time since our last meeting.
Looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli.
Couldn't resist.
I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, traveler.
The untextured bridge behind you, oh my god.
But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected.
Well, of course I know the Hydro Archon. What do you take me for, a fool?
Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy lantern rite.
Happy lantern rite, Furina.
It appears you have been to Fontaine then.
Yes! Don't look at me like that!
Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Furina.
Please, what the hell?
That's quite high praise.
This is getting weird.
What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli.
He's the Hydro Archon.
Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration.
That's what I'm saying. Does he know who she used to? Well, okay, Furina is actually a copy clone of Egeria, the old Hydro Archon, who used her own gnosis to end her life and return her power back to Neuvillette. She returned the Hydro power back to the dragon. That's why he's the Hydro Dragon. So, like, she's still basically like a clone of the old Hydro Archon. Yeah, she might not be the Hydro Archon anymore, but she's a clone of the original one, so in a way, she kinda is like a twin of her. She still kinda is in a way. Not really, but I still would like to think that she is, because she came from her.
There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much from our conversation earlier.
He's the Hydro Archon!
Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine.
How you almost let all your people die?
Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit? No. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Hydro Archon.
Does that mean Hu Tao also knows? You may not have heard, friends, but... Miss Hu Tao... Miss Furina is now one of my esteemed clients. Yep.
Did you hear that, Paimon? She's Hu Tao's esteemed client.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about winning something? Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
It was Paimon's idea.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Furina.
Well, you know me.
That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the area.
You see? Paimon was right too! Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser.
Fine, keep your stash then. Not like I wanted it or anything.
Hey, don't be upset, traveler. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl and Paimon will also buy you a bowl. As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me. You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck.
I'll buy you a bowl anytime you want.
I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring you quite the sum after all.
Oh my god.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question. Did something happen recently, Furina?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you know, listing the services of the luxury funeral parlor and all.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought, since you hired the services of a funeral parlor and all... Hey, it's not that big of a stretch.
Really, Paimon, it's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral? Miss Utao is simply helping prepare some props for my film. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Neuvillette. The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel the need to sleep with the light on even now.
Oh.
Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air.
You might even call it a breath of fresh air.
Hey! That's pretty good! I'll have to remember that for my ad posters.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Longcheng Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Utao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
But does he know who she is? It's bugging the shit out of me. I mean, I know he has a line that he says about her, so he does, but like, she's not the Hydro Archon anymore.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
I wonder, I mean, Hu Tao doesn't even know who Zhongli really is either, does she?
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
It was Neuvillette, wasn't it?
What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Because I am a miracle.
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
Yeah. Tell everyone about your encounter with Navia and Claran at the top of the mountain. One look at the pitiful expression on Furina's face is enough to convince you to leave out of the part about shouting. Leave out the part where she was
I
shouting.
thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine. Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
For him, though, swimming would probably be the fastest route of them all, because he's the Hydro Dragon, for crying out loud.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Utao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction. But speaking of your friend,
What about him?
he doesn't get out much, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me. All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he's the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
How do you not know him? He's one of the dragon sovereigns. I feel like this is ridiculous.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him here?
Wait, you don't know who Neuvillette is?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. I mean, way to shut me down. Maybe I can introduce you to him sometime.
At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Furina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
Is that so?
What is that look on his face? What was that? Judging by how Zhongli is acting, and taking into consideration Neuvillette's true identity, could Zhongli have been avoiding him on purpose? Could it be that he knows that he's the Hydro Dragon? Does Zhongli have problems with the old dragon sovereigns of the old world? Oh, I see. It's truly a pity.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase.
Oh my god!
Perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god, it's like he's reading into my mind. Did you see that? Just looked at me like, what do you...
Well, with the traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
Oh my god. I feel like this is so hard for Lumine when you know so many secrets. You know who the gods are, you know who, like, their secret identities, who they claim to be. And then you know, like, other people in the world that have power, and it gets so confusing. So it's like, how do you mention this person without tipping off everybody to who they really are? Like, we're standing right now in front of the Geo Archon, in front of the old Hydro Archon, but yet Hu Tao doesn't know that, right? And then Neuvillette is the water dragon, or the water dragon sovereign, Hydro Dragon. Like, this is ridiculous.
That's right! She's got more friends than she knows what to do with!
I have a certain charm about me.
Well, that's certainly true.
I wouldn't say that. Well, you're agreeing.
Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais pneumonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He should keep himself cooped up all the time. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
That does make sense.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
He's the fair and impartial Indoexa Fontaine, head of the highest court in the land.
Sounds like a pretty uptight sort of guy, all right. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do. If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old. You're quite right, Miss Hu Tao.
What are they doing? Can't even catch my breath.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Furina. Those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Yes, they are Miss Navia and Miss Clarand. They are my friends from Fontaine.
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand! Hey, over here!
Oh, do they know they're meeting the Geo Archon? Oh my god.
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
So polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the traveler and Miss Furina is a friend of mine. Straight to the point. I like it.
Everyone circles around you and begins to introduce themselves. Vitel's eyes light up when she hears about Clarand's profession. But a quick explanation from Furina and Navia seems to dispel some of her most misguided ideas. What is this scene?
It's getting late.
I'm gonna just fall asleep right on the floor.
If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Furina,
Yes?
when are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Yes, our former Hydro Archon.
I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
I didn't mean it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
Man, she hesitated on the word friends. There was like so much space in between that.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Exactly. Just like in those ghost stories. 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams.
They should have went a little slower with that. Because she's just staring at her while saying that, and it loses its meaning.
Of course.
Furina.
Gotta say, Furina, you are really quite the character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you?
Uh-oh.
Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Xiaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Well, have you all had a good time here at least?
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hutao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city.
Dim sum. Is that some kind of Yue term for snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party. Sounds great.
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious, Paimon. I knew you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait. Didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home after here did?
You're not bringing home any souvenirs either.
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast.
Gongming.
Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sijui.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
And what about you, Furina? Did you get you anything?
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, little bit of that.
Isn't that a song?
They should all be things I can use, I think.
So
you fell for a few marketing traps then.
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you got that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Lydia's magic packets?
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
So that's... Wait, what?
Her face!
Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the fortress of Maripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorinde was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's not as uptight as I thought.
If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him.
What the hell is she implying? And then she's staring at Zhongli as she says that.
Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
What the
Furina said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Riley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Mirapede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette.
Oh my god.
But we don't know exactly when he'll show up. Oh, that reminds me. A new year of work is about to begin.
It's the year of the dragon. Come on, Zhongli. Transform for me. Oh, okay.
If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me. I'm all ears.
I'm dying inside.
Does the director have any concerns?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. He barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" and "Indeed." If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after all.
He's literally like 1,500 years old.
Is that so? I jest, given its distance from the city. Xiaoying village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I apologize for making you worry.
I see. What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too?
Different worlds should not collide. Out of mind, out of sight. Different worlds should not collide. Out of mind, out of sight. Whatever.
Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Indeed.
Zhongli under the moonlight. That's not something you see every day. I wonder, will he confront me later and be like, I know he's the Hydro Archon. I mean, the Hydro Dragon.
Well, everyone, make sure that you've got all your belongings with you before we leave. If there's any souvenirs anyone still wants to buy, the time is now.
Reliable as ever, Miss President.
What is that supposed to mean?
Clorinde is right, though. You really are reliable.
It's not what she's saying. It's the way she's saying it.
I will say that I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Clorinde. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Why is she saying that to Nadia?
Well, I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That includes my behavior.
You take care now, Traveler.
Don't worry, your partner is very strong.
Trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you, is it?
You are indeed quite strong.
Oh.
It's been great talking to you all. I'm really glad I decided to come to Xiaoying Village. Maybe we could go on another trip together sometime?
Mother failure. Alright, let's go to Fontaine. I can't even. What? I do wonder if he's gonna confront me about that later and be like, by the way, I know he's the Hydro Dragon, because when I was thinking about it to myself, he was like, Like, I feel like, is Zhongli really the type to silence Blooming if she was to say something? I mean, he is obviously a lot stronger than her. I mean, he's the Geo Archon. I hate how they still haven't fixed this. I can't turn in my thing, see? Max lower reach for current version. That bird's fucking freaking out. Like, I think I need to report it to him. Be like, how come you guys won't let me claim the last 10 levels? Every update, I keep trying to claim them, and you won't let me. What's the problem? It's really annoying. Oh my god, I hate when I go out of my way to do something in a game and they prevent me from doing it. It's really just so damn annoying. Like, the game has already been updated like 4 times since then, and it still won't let me do it and keeps saying current version, but the game has already been updated. I don't know if maybe when the next update, when you go to Nutland, maybe? The Land of Fire, Pyro? Maybe then they'll let me do it, but I shouldn't have to wait that long. That should seem like a feature that should be available at all times. It's really annoying that it isn't. Oh my god, you have to be so fucking loud.
Oh, it's you. It has been some time since our last meeting.
Neuvillette, there's something I want to say.
Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
Oh, am I intruding?
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neuvillette?
He's like, it's midnight, I go for a walk amidst fire and water.
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Village for half a day?
Uh-oh.
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possess knowledge of my trip to Charian Village.
You give Neuvillette a quick summary of everything that happened today.
I see. Thank you for informing me.
So, did you deliver their gifts?
Yes, they have been safely delivered.
Well,
I have to hand it to Clorette. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter such as this?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
Ah, about that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
uh-oh.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
A legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness and impartiality of judiciousness.
It throws me off because Neuvillette's voice actor is Ray Chase, who voices Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 and Dissidia. So when I hear him talk like this, I'm just like, oh my god.
As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text.
Like, he has a really deep range. I'm so used to him being like up like higher and like teenage sounding, because Noctis, how old was Noctis? I don't know, 19 or some shit. But like, what is this?
During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts, so I decided to have a go.
He has such a gentle voice, though, even when it's deep like this, that I could listen to him read the entire dictionary to me, like the entire thesaurus, and I would feel relaxed. He has such a good voice to listen to that it calms me, because it feels like he's telling me a story.
We joked with Claran some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
Ah, so that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. A gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place. Front and center in the fortress's show.
Ah, surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a show. but we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Siegewin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
Oh.
So that's what you were doing in Qiaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water.
Oh yeah, you do that from time to time.
The aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the water with extraneous emotion. If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere.
As they say in Liyue, a balance between work and play is sure to keep your troubles at bay.
Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
You can freak me out. Don't say it like that. Don't look at me like that.
If you say so.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take one.
Oh my god.
After all, you hardly bereft of time. You can do whatever you want.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once.
And how was it?
Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted, but now I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
It's cute. Its colors remind me of you. Oh, what is this word? Oh wow, what a big ladle.
That's a ladle? I thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
Oh my god.
That was
Loch
indeed
Ness
one of
Monster.
my inspirations.
The color matches your style.
Really? You like it?
I mean, I did say it was cute, and its color reminds me of you. Are you going to gift it to me?
To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is.
Can I really keep this?
That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted.
Then I accept you.
You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, that reminds me. Pass on advice for Neuvillette's vacation.
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand your point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does in part originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
I could have told you that. Oh.
Lantern Rite marks the start of the new year in Liyue. In the spirit of the season, then, I wish you a year of success as vast and endless as the open ocean.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I can't get this right now. Yeah.
Boom booms and eyes and boom boom.
Sugar! Yeah, so I'm assuming that was it for it. Yeah. Yeah, that was the last one. Laggy. Yeah, 'cause the only one I couldn't do was that one because it's online only. Well, huh. Dee. Wouldn't it be in my did it go into my other menu? Yeah, it did. I guess she said it was huge, and I bet you it's like gigantic. Well, what do I want to do then? Because I was really only gonna try to finish this ending, so I'll leave you to it. Sound of those fires. The flames. I didn't realize they were so loud. Yeah, when you leave a character, they immediately load out. I should have walked backwards, like had the camera facing the other way so I could see him load out. Oh well. Okay. So that was done. That was basically everything. Alright, so that event's completely done then. There's nothing really else for me to do. That's all I really wanted to do was try to finish that. I broke the sound.
Thank you for complete.
My sound tends to do that.
Add asterisk.
Oh dear. What? Yes. Yeah, I think we'll chill out then. There's really nothing else to be done. I needed these. Trying to ascend characters and it's taken forever. Kind of figured. What the hell? What do you need? Okay. Oh dear God. His line, he has a line. No. Yeah, she has a lot of money and she's gonna part with it. See, he does know who she is. He literally has a line about her. I think she knows who she is too. Yeah, she does. And she also knows who she is. Get out of here. Really? I like how that's my reaction to this. Really? Yeah, oh god. Nope. Won't deal with it. Oh yeah, he's max. What am I doing? Feel like I was in. Don't look at me like that. Christ. Felt like it locked on me for a minute. There's somebody who's close. Was it you? It's kind of hard when him and Egeria need the same thing. Yeah, they do. No. Like how my reaction to that is just no.